Okay, to celebrate my recent return from Colombia and enjoying the trip there, I wanted to take a look at a game between one of the players that's made a profound impact on my game. He was the first Grandmaster that I actually played in tournament play, and I played him twice. He handed my butt to me twice. Grandmaster Alonso Zapata. He's an 8-time Colombian national champion. According to Wikipedia, I may be a little off there. No disrespect. But he's a great player, and it made an impact on me that I played him right when he came to Atlanta, and I think he was still working on his English at that point, or was uncomfortable, like, openly speaking English at that point. But, like, after the game, when we were analyzing, there was a lot of pointing and stuff. So that was one of the few times I analyzed a game with somebody and we actually didn't verbally communicate, and we understood what was going on. So, I mean, chess is a powerful cultural universal, and I travel a lot now, and I love seeing different parts of the world, and chess really brought me to that. So I'm going to show you a very famous and short game, and it is Grandmaster Zapata with white versus world champion Anand with black. And this was long before Anand became world champion. But this game has a famous story to it, and I may be a little off because this was told to me by a player at the Emery Castle chess camp. So it may or may not be true. I'm just repeating the story that International Master Carlos Perdomo told me. And the story goes that Anand has an amazing memory. And like before databases, they had like the MCO, which is like kind of like a dictionary of openings, right? MCO stands for Modern Chess Openings. And Anand had basically memorized Modern Chess Openings. So he saw this line, and the situation in the tournament, he's playing black, it's okay for him to make a draw. And in the MCO, it was a couple moves of a game, and then the players agreed to a draw. Well, this was long before computers and before people analyzed everything before they put it in opening books. And I still recommend today, even as an author of multiple opening books, you should still be checking over an author. How do you think people find improvements? Like, no matter how good an author is, like, everyone makes mistakes because we're about to see a world champion lose a game in under 15 moves because he memorized a line. And this goes back to learning in general, because this week we've been focusing on learning on openings, and I thought that this was appropriate for multiple reasons. Me returning from beautiful, beautiful Colombia, specifically Cali, and then, you know, learning openings in general. The difference between memorizing, if you memorize, what happened to a nod can happen to you. You have to learn and ask questions. You have to actively learn and be constantly asking questions when you're learning your openings, or they will not stick. That's just the nature of the game. So, let's take a look, and the game starts off pretty normal, and it's a Petrov, and once we get here, Zapata chooses one of the most aggressive lines, and this should be recognizable to some of the E4 players in the room, because this is what I recommend in your notes. If black plays in a modern way, they typically capture here. I have seen some players play Knight of 6 and get like a slightly passive position. It's playable, but it's not popular. But after takes, basically Bishop F4, Bishop E3 are interchangeable, and both sides castle on opposite wings, and you get yourself a solid game. Typically, black is playing for like a knight move, like Knight E5, and just trying to liquidate everything and make it to an endgame. White's attempting not to make it to an endgame because of the double pawns. He's flinging on the king side to try to win. You have a typical position. You don't want to trade here. And this would be, you know, enough for somebody to play the position just by this little bit. The Petrov is a very, very solid opening. And it's understandable that when most professional players play the Petrov, it's because they're trying to make a draw. Now, after Knight C3, Bishop F5 was played. And, knock on the door, but no one's there. So Bishop F5 was played. And this was the line that Anand had seen in MCO. After Bishop F5, like, it was like Bishop E2, and then the players agreed to a draw. Just like a normal position. So Anand was looking for that type of result here. this is a tactics problem from this point. White to play and move. What is the best move for white?
Knight takes e4, bishop takes e4, queen e2, and then when he defends by going d5.
He'll go queen e7. It's more accurate.
Okay.
Could try that. Idea? Yeah. Easily distracted. Got it. So the starting point of your combination was capturing. Why is that necessary?
Because it puts the bishop in front of the king.
But there's already a piece in front of the king.
Can you just immediately play queen e2?
Yeah. Queen e2, pin the knight. Now, this is where he resigned. Done. So let's look at some tactics here. The two most natural moves to defend the knight are d5 and queen e7. d5 fails because you just go d3, right? So d5, d3, and you're winning a piece. GG. So what about queen e7? Uh-huh.
Queen b5 check.
Say I go knight d7. You take the bishop, I take on c3 with check. Yeah. So you may not want to grab that bishop on f5 via queen b5 check. Uh-huh. Knight d5. Knight d5 is crushing there.
Oh.
Yeah. After knight d5, say queen e6, knight takes c7, winning the queen. And if queen d7, we're back to that plan again with d3. And you're going to win a second piece. So this, like I said, it's very, very short, but very, very famous game between arguably the best player of all time from Colombia. And, you know, I took a bunch of pictures and put them on the Palm Beach Chess Instagram page of the trip. Take a look.